right, boys, we're back. November 30th. We just got done. We're watching, what is it? Fucking Eagles, Seahawks.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. We were going to get Tuesday Night Football. I think that's now Wednesday Night Football, which is even better. We're going to get football Wednesday, I believe Thursday, and then next week on Tuesday, too. So it's kind of cool. Spread it out. Let us have more football. But very strange week in the NFL. Is that where we're starting? NFL?
The worst week of my life.
Yeah, me and Joe have some horror stories. I want to actually start this out by having my own funeral because I got fucked this week. Fucked so many different times. College football, just heartbreaking. It wasn't like just your typical losses because I don't even mind like gambling and losing. It happens, right? You just understand that that's going to be a part of it. But gambling and losing on the last play or on like a fluke is the most heartbreaking thing in the whole world because you spend 2.5 hours of your day watching this game. Your hope is through the roof the whole game and then just get crushed right at the end. Joe, tell us your horror story of the week. Your number one, and we'll kind of bounce back and forth.
Number one horror story. It's got to be had a 4-team parlay, all going to the Rams, my team. So, not only am I cheering for them to win the fucking bet.
Was it money line or
money line? They just had to win.
Just win.
Rams had to win the game. And Debo Samuel looked like Debo from fucking Friday, beating up the Rams, just bleeding us out. Kick the field goal, game over.
I went to, when I was at South Carolina, Debo was there too. So I was hurt my whole first year, and so was Debo. He had a hamstring injury. So when you're hurt...
You have his number? Could you text him, fuck you?
Yeah, no, I will. When you're hurt, he's really cocky dude too. But he's weird. He's like a kind of a nice guy. But
posted on Twitter a thing of Aaron Donald today throwing his helmet on the ground.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt him.
All he wrote was laughing faces.
Yeah. So, anyways, when you're hurt, you while everyone's practicing, you go work out at the outside gym. So Debo was there literally like the whole season with me because we were both fucking hurt the whole season. And I thought this guy was gonna suck, bro. I'm like, he's a freshman like me, and I'm like, I'm recovering from my second ACL surgery, so I have no hope of playing. But this guy just has a tweaked hamstring, and he was supposed to start, but he was hurt from week 1 until literally the last 2 weeks of the season. I'm like, oh, this guy's a fucking bum. He's not gonna do anything. He was a dick to the strength coach, and then boom, I blink my eyes, and he's an animal, dude. Absolute animal.
He was a grown man out there, and he knows it. But
the Ram Crusher. So I think I have really bad horror stories. So number one, I'll just start it out by I had 2 guys fall down at the 1-yard line instead of scoring the touchdown. And why is that becoming a thing now? Where like you're up by 6 points, and if you score a touchdown with 50 seconds left, they can't score 13 points. So just go in the end zone.
They should pay coaches to cover.
Yeah,
your fans are betting on you. Fucking at least cover.
Yeah, but it's just the concept of like falling down does nothing for you. Yeah, it shortens the game a little bit, but you're gonna win. You're up by 13 with 50 seconds left. That's never happened before this year where they fall down in that situation. Now, if you're only up by like 1 point or 2 points and you fall down, that makes sense, right?
It really got me last year.
Yeah.
Was the first time I ever saw it.
That was a real one, though.
He fell on the ground to win the game, and I wanted to kill him.
But see, that was one where if he would have scored, they could have actually gotten the ball back and scored within 50 seconds. But if you're up by 6 already and you score, you're up by 2 touchdowns now. So I don't know why that's becoming a thing, but it's now the 3rd time this year that it's fucking killed me. And I also had 2 last-second missed field goals to also kill me. So
Cardinals killed me. They had the ball on their end. What's his name? Fucking Kyler, tall as me, throws a pick. Patriots come down the field, kick a field goal to win the game.
Oh, I was sitting with 2 other people that bet on the Cardinals, so I felt that one. It's kind of funny because, like, if you're winning, which I wasn't, but if you're winning on a day and you see other people around you losing, it's kind of like entertaining in a way. You feel for them, but you're like laughing. No. It's better to be in a room full of winning people.
I was with all the people that he's talking about. They texted me at 9 a.m. Hey, this is what I got. And I was looking over. First guy, I'm like, oh, we got all the same shit. Okay. Next guy, oh, we got all the same shit. 3 of us. We might be fucked. My other friend texts me. 4 of us, all the same bets. I should have known. I'm with the public. It's over for me. Might as well chop my head off.
You know what always happens too, and it happened this week, is the bet that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lock this one, can't lose. Like you don't even think about it the rest of the week. You're worried about like the other 3 games or
Bills
whatever you
Chargers
have.
over.
Yeah, that I was with another one.
Lock.
Well, they fucking threw 700 penalties at the end of that game. I've never seen the refs tell me that Vegas does not have their hands on things. When the refs are throwing penalties. I mean, we talked about the Browns game already, not getting that covered. That was refs.
Shit. That was another one.
But anyways, I had 3 4-team parlays, 1 5-team parlay. Every single game in all of those parlays hit, except for one game, the Las Vegas Raiders money line. And we need to get you to. Have you kept track of your picks yet?
No.
He's too worried about baseball cards.
I'm too worried about baseball stuff.
Yeah, but when you pick 2 football games, write them down and just keep that piece of paper with you Sunday.
Do what I do.
Or-
Get a note. Get a little note. What's it called? Sticky note. And then I write down all my bets so I don't have to keep checking my phone. I fold it in half. I put it in my pocket. And I constantly am like,
You put it on
That's
your
so weird because I
Constantly?
do that shit too, dude. But I'll write that on like Monday, and if there's a game that I like a lot on Monday, I write that down. And then like Wednesday, I'll go back to it, and I'm like, write that one down. But then when Sunday or Saturday comes, I
Yeah.
fucking have it on the table, so I'm like, oh, like it fucking back and forth. That is so fucking weird that you said that because I've never known you done that. And
I
do that.
check it too. Like this one wins, I go like this. Check mark. All right, put it back.
And when it loses,
crossing
you
it off
fucking
your
roll it up. That bitch.
So fucking
Feel
big
accomplished,
X through
yeah.
the whole fucking thing.
What's it called? I know it's commercial right now, but did they take out Carson Wentz at quarterback?
Honestly, this is playing like pictures. I
Yeah.
don't know what's
You
going
gotta
on.
look at
Who
the
did you
phone.
think was in there?
It looked like the dude that.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
I saw him come in when I first walked in here, but I thought it was just like a one-time
They
thing.
did run like a Wildcat type deal with that.
It hurts when I pee. That's his name.
Oh.
Who?
Jalen Hurts. That used to be my Wi-Fi password.
It hurts when I pee. Jalen Hurts. Why was that your Wi-Fi password? Was that after a weekend or something?
I don't remember why that was. That was just what it was set at. Like now it's Proud Boat. I don't know why it's Proud Boat, but it just is.
Because
We don't have any affiliation.
I feel like that. I feel like that. It hurts when a pee's had a meaning.
I think it was the IP address, or it hurts when I pee. IT.
All right, let's get to football before we get too fucking lost here.
It hurts.
We.
I don't have a kidney stone.
Well, I wasn't even thinking kidney stone. I was thinking gonorrhea. So
Oh no, I would know because I've never had gonorrhea. I didn't know that hurted your pee.
I've heard stories. Would never know.
Told on himself. Told.
You're stupid. But anyways, let's start with this weird ass week. We know it's fucking heartbreaking. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not even kidding. I had nightmares last night. I'm
I
not
haven't
joking.
looked. I haven't looked at all.
No, not this week right now. I mean last week. What did I say? This week?
Yeah.
No, last week. Let's talk about it a little bit because we had some weird ass games. Number one, the Broncos playing without a quarterback.
That was just fucking dumb. I took that free money.
How boring was that? Yeah, I know. And
Minus
it was
14 and a
minus 14
half?
I took it twice. I took it 14 and a half and 16 and a half. And then it went
He
to
bet
17.
it and he went back.
And then it went back to 17 and a half. And I was like, for some reason, that was the buffer. I was like, nah, not 17.
Yeah,
It's going to be it.
I think they covered that though. Yeah, fuck yeah, 3-31. I mean,
The thing that's
Covered
kind of cool about it, though, is at least it really like puts into perspective for your average viewer like how fucking hard it is to play quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, anybody that watches football or bets football knew like you're gonna have somebody play quarterback that's not on the team.
I think they put him in.
It's fucking over.
I think
Yeah.
they put him in bad situations though too. Like they didn't do any easy passes or anything. Like it was all like, all right, you're gonna sprint to the right. They thought he was like Russell
the
Westbrook.
regular offense.
Yeah, they're like, all right, sprint to the right. We're gonna have everyone run to the right with you and make an unbelievable throw on the run. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
It was
dude?
like John Gruden when he's in that video. Left, right, bingo, 75 zip. And then Glenn comes in. Left, right,
bingo,
fucking left, right, bingo, 72 zip. Oh my god.
dude. John Gruden. Have you guys ever heard him call plays? Like, there's videos online when he calls plays. It's so funny, like the names and then how long they are. They're insane. But no,
the
another
best.
funny part about that too was, fucking Hill can't. He also didn't throw.
Taysom Hill can't throw at all.
So it was just,
Yeah.
it was just an absolute running back game. That was wild. I think they had 10 completed passes all game that game.
The other guy went 1 for 9. I remember looking at it after the game. I go, he must have not done that.
And
bad.
I think Taysom Hill was like 9 for 18. Yeah. If you can find that.
9 for 16 with a pick. Not bad because he ran for 2 TDs.
The worst part about the other guy, and I don't want to talk shit, because
One
he was
for
obviously set up for bad.
13 yards.
He had more interceptions than he did completions.
Oh, dude.
That's never good. And you can't even talk shit on him.
I feel bad for. I mean, honestly, at this point, they should have just had Philip Lindsay run the Wildcat.
Yeah.
It would have been better if
They
just
started the game like that. Did you see that?
Yeah, and then he hurt his ankle, right, or something.
I don't know. They just started the game like that. I thought it was going to continue.
They were driving. I was like nervous. Like I gave up 14 and a half fucking points. They're gonna score right now. I'm down by 21 out the gate.
No, I was nervous that they couldn't fucking score. I was like, well, shit. The Saints might not even score 14 points. I don't know how I'm going to cover if you don't score the amount of points the line is. So that was scary. Yeah, I didn't like watching that game. Let's go, Chris.
That's a truck right there.
Let's go.
Oh my.
What's it called? Would you guys
That's
say?
the easiest bet on this planet.
Would you say after this weekend that it's just like it's Kansas City? It's just like not even close. Like don't even watch the Super Bowl. Like this shit's over.
The
Or
Browns
what?
are 8-1.
Well,
The Browns are 8-1. I mean 8-3.
The Rams are good every other week. So
If it's a good
I
week,
mean, if the Rams have their good week in the NFC Championship, then they get the bye week,
and that's
then they get the good week.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat Kansas City. That's the formula.
yeah.
The
but
playoffs are a crapshoot too. Like all you have to do is get there, and then anything's up in the air, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
most dangerous team in the NFL, 4-7 Giants.
it's just one of those.
4-7.
That's ridiculous.
That's the best 4-7 team I've ever seen.
You really think so?
They're going to the playoffs.
They look good because they have good athletes, but you don't go far with a guy like Daniel Jones.
Well, he didn't play the rest of the game. They had Colt McCoy play.
Yeah, but he didn't look good either.
He could have covered 6. Fucker.
Oh, dude, get rid of it.
Good
man.
job, Russ. Always
a
making
drop.
a
Oh,
play.
so is
Is he even out of the pocket?
is Barkley out whole season without a doubt, or if they
Who's
come
Barkley?
Saquon Barkley?
Oh, he's
Oh,
gone. His
yeah,
knee's
he
in
died.
yesterday.
He died week 1.
Yeah, I know, but
He's like old news.
it was like last year. Didn't he like tear his ACL week 1 and he's back by like week 6?
No,
Was that him?
no.
He did something weird,
I don't
right?
think anybody's ever
I
done
don't
that.
think you can do that unless you're Gage Pucci, because I did.
Yeah.
No, you can't play without.
They just don't even have anybody line up at running back. They have that spot open.
Gallman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
They
I
just
said,
run-
it's just open.
they just run 10.
Yeah.
and they're just waiting for him to come back.
But the Browns are 8-3. Can we please talk about it? I'm fucking sitting over here like
Okay,
shaking.
they fucking beat the Jags by 2, and I had a -6.5. What do you want from me?
It's their first time not having a
I
losing
hate them.
record since 2007.
I hate them.
I understand,
They're
but it
the
wasn't
worst-
even then.
8-3 team in the NFL.
That's fair.
They have
are
the
the-
fourth best record in the NFL. Of course, they're the worst team at
Them
that
and the
fucking
Giants, it could play right now, and it could be like
Well, they
Giants
do
would probably
play.
win that game.
line. They do play.
They do.
Yeah.
Don't
so,
say this week.
in like 3 weeks.
That's gonna be a playoff
The
indicator
Browns?
game. That's like a big.
No.
Now that could be a good.
You
team.
cannot say no because you just had a game.
The Browns are
with the
going to beat
Jags.
the Giants. I know, but let's put it into
I
perspective.
mean, the Giants
They were
just had a game with the Bengals without Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and they didn't have their quarterback either. Before he left, they were doing fine.
Dude, these
The
guys
Bengals
straight
are
up
the Bengals
swearing
were
out.
2-7.
Look at the Jags. Dude, the Browns.
Yeah, what are the Jags? What's the
like
Jags record?
1-8.
The Jags are 1-10 now
How are there that many shitty teams? Like that shitty teams
because there's
in
that
the
many
NFL?
good. It's the pendulum. It's so weird this year. There's like you're either really good or you're really shitty. There's very few teams that are in between. You know,
How many wins do you need to be like average? Like 6?
8 is average.
8's average right
Like
now.
on the
8 and
season.
3 is pretty
I think-
fucking good.
Like, oh yeah, hell yeah, that's a great record. But
Oh, the Browns are gonna beat if they can beat the Giants, which 100% they're gonna. They also play the Jets, so they're gonna be 10-3. They're gonna be 10-3. So, well, they'll have 10 wins no matter what.
it's a weird season. Like you have good teams that have bad records, like the Chargers, 3-8, but they're a good fucking team.
It's
But they're
also
3-8.
It's also
Doesn't make
very
sense.
strange because no fans. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
Browns are a team that really shits when it gets cranked up. You know, it's loud, third down, everyone's fucking going crazy. Well, you don't have that this year, so I feel like it's like practice all over again.
Yeah, Baker Bitchfield, or he's doing better without the
He
pressure.
sucks,
Dude,
He missed
he's got
4
the-
or 5 wide open throws.
He's got the best commercials of all time.
Hulu
yeah.
one?
He's every no
When he gets in the car,
everyone.
when he gets in the car and he's like, "Fuck," and he has to go back in, and then they have
The
to metal
newest
the
one,
detector again.
The best one is when
Baker.
he's at the gate. My fingers are gonna fall off. He's got all the bags. Do you know what we're talking about?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
And he's like, "What's it, Emily?" He's screaming the whole stadium.
So he has like 8 commercials. They're all different. Where he like lives at the Brown Stadium, and it's like his house. Like one time they lost, and he's like vacuuming the popcorn in one of the rows, and he's putting up the chairs with covers.
Yeah, like the
it's about to
stadium
rain.
is his actual house.
Yeah.
So he'll be having like book clubs there, and then like,
Oh my god.
yeah, they're cooking like Thanksgiving dinner, and he's cooking in like one of the concession stands. You know.
Yeah.
And
He's
they're
like-
all just funny as fuck.
He's like, she's like, is the turkey almost ready? He's like, checks it. 10 more minutes.
Isn't
Give
the
him
fryer-
give him some pretzel rolls to hold him off. And he goes and opens the thing and gets him out.
Oh my god.
Dude,
the be-
those are funny, and they're way better that he's 8-3.
And
you
he's
know,
serious though. Like he's a good actor. Like he should be in.
he will
comedy.
do that. I feel like he
He's
will
funny.
do that.
He's the best one though. Is it's about
also-
to rain.
Sorry, not to cut you off. It's also super funny because he looks like the most average Joe guy ever. You know, like he does
He's
not
an average
look
bro.
like an
He's
NFL.
an average bro. He's
You're like,
the
holy
most
shit.
average bro.
That's just like a normal like future dad. You know,
But he's putting the seat covers on the entire stadium. He's got one, and it's about to start fucking pouring rain. And he looks at the guy and he's like, "Come on, if we hurry up
the
and get done."
janitor.
Yeah. And the janitor's like,
he's like, if you start at row 1, I'll start at section 8.
and he's in a robe. He's like fucking putting him all. I love the guy for the commercials.
You haven't
Bad
seen-
quarterback. I love the commercials.
But speaking of quarterback, like did you watch any part of that game except for the end?
No, just the penalty that fucked me.
He's getting really good at like if he has a guy wide open in the end zone, he throws it 400 feet over their head. It's super strange. Like it's like
That'll come in handy
Oh,
late.
that's
Nine-
what. Yeah, that's what I.
That'll come in handy in the playoffs.
His stats aren't
Tackle him.
bad.
Tackle him.
19 for 29 with 2 touchdowns.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you see it on paper, fuck, he
He
scored.
looks good.
I guess that's okay.
Landry's having a season. 143 yards.
Well,
What was the prop bet on that?
he didn't have, and you know who had another game is Nick Chubb. I don't know
Oh,
what the
yeah,
over
Chubber.
under is on Nick Chubb. I don't ever look at prop bets that often, except for like Monday night. If Nick Chubb's prop is at 100 yards, I'm going to take the over every time. He scores 100 yards every time, which I thought was insane. But then speaking of fantasy and props and all that, oh my god, Tyreek Hill, I have him on my fantasy team.
200 yards.
He had, I think it was 30 or 40 points in the first quarter. I was like, and I was in a tight matchup. I'm working for the playoffs. Like, this wasn't just like some random week or anything.
Yeah.
Like I needed him to go off, and he had 40 points in the first quarter. I thought I was in heaven.
You know who did better than him on my team?
Derek,
King Henry. That's my fantasy football team name. D. Henry.
someone called him not a fucking something tractor. It was hilarious, dude. He is.
Tractor?
Yeah, it was like it had a beginning to it, but it was so funny because he looks like a tractor. He just runs through people, and once he's like not that great of a running back when you tackle him at the line, but as soon as he gets 2 yards on the field and no one touches him,
Yeah.
he's unstoppable.
Three strides and he's gone. Like if he gets 1, 2, and then that third leg, oh, he's like Superman.
It was
Better get the fuck
unbelievable,
out of the way.
the run when he did the 99 or 98 yard run because he ran away from defenders, and like it's strange seeing a guy who's
That big.
What is he,
This is the
6'5"?
commercial. This is it. He's grilling the
cookie.
cookie.
Yeah, oh, it's right here.
And he's about to tell her. He goes, "Let me get you."
And he picks that little pretzel roll.
Dude, if you don't know anything about
This should hold them
football,
off. He goes, "This should hold
Yeah.
them off."
if you don't know anything about football and you're just watching the game,
You don't know who that is.
you don't know who that is.
Oh, that's T.J. Friedman.
Yeah, no,
That looks just like TJ.
You just think it's a
That looks like
progressive
fucking
guy.
TJ.
dude, no, yeah, that's. Honestly, I think TJ looks more athletic than Baker.
TJ is bigger than him.
Yeah.
TJ's a way better athlete. TJ would probably be a better quarterback.
I don't
Scott
know.
Van Pelt's the announcer for this? How's that even possible?
Is Carson Wentz already a bust?
Yes.
Even though, like, I know he didn't win it because he was hurt, but like led his
He won
team.
MVP, didn't he?
Yeah, and he led his
He
team.
won an MVP.
He won MVP.
Like he put his team in a situation to win the Super Bowl, though he was hurt. Like, does that mean he's a bust?
He didn't fucking win a playoff game.
No, I know, but you have to give credit where it's due. Like he did
we
lead the
back on?
team there.
Regular season means nothing.
It got him to the playoffs.
Doesn't mean anything. Ask LeBron James.
Okay, so with Carson Wentz, essentially,
Sucks.
like, but his contract isn't unjustified. Like, it makes sense why he did get that, right? Like, he had that season. He wins the MVP. Yeah, he got hurt.
He
Who
won the
knew-
MVP for sure.
Oh,
man,
Who
because
knew he was going to come back and suck? Like,
no, I mean
you can't blame
pay.
the Eagles. For
No, they
that.
paid the guy. He earned his contract. But
Yeah.
Jamarcus Russell got paid. I mean,
I just
people
don't get
paid.
what happens to overnight to guys like fucking Carson Wentz.
I guess he just maybe never recovered fully from the injury. Like, I don't know.
No, that is not an
Nah.
issue, dude. Like he just didn't. He's just not good anymore.
Yeah,
coach. It's
it's
got to be
weird.
the coach.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
They
It could
just-
be the
He
coach.
doesn't know how to use them right.
But that was the coach when he was good too. Like, why didn't he just fit back into his role? Maybe
they changed it.
maybe the players around him. He does have shitty ass,
line. He has
Line,
a shitty line.
and he has shitty fucking guys around him. Wow, they didn't give him an intentional grounding on that. What the fuck did they call? Oh, maybe
I don't
it
know,
was
but
the
it's
end of
load. It's playing during commercial, but as soon as the fucking game comes on, we get pause. What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't know, but Carson Wentz gonna get points right here. Anyways, all right, we got to get to our picks before we forget. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Patriots, that was sad for you.
Every game was sad. Every single
It was
game.
a very sad weekend in general because college football was sad, man.
All I know is if somebody won last week, they were the dumbest gambler of all time. All the dumb people got to win last week, and I hope you're fucking happy that you won last week.
Especially in college football, bro.
Dumb people won.
I don't know a person that went up in college football. Everyone was like, look at how many units I was down. Look at how many units.
I was down all week. 3-3 down the line, and then 1-8.
The worst part is I started out hot, so Monday is the beginning of my week, basically. I was trying to find it.
You
I was
start to
gonna-
work on Monday.
Monday is the beginning of my gambling week as well. So I did well Monday and Thursday, which means I had a bunch of reserves ready to
Yeah.
fucking spend out, and I still ended up down on the week, dude. It was. You might need to fade my bets for the next couple weeks because I think I went on such a heater that I got too cocky, you know.
I feel like I got baptized this weekend.
So you're a new man.
Like, hey, you were doing real good all season, and we just wanted to pat you on the ass, set you down, come back to gravity right here.
I talked myself into retirement. I was done, and then 12 hours later, I was looking at the lines. So I woke up this morning and I couldn't wait to get back at it after I had nightmares all night.
You gotta
It was-
flush it.
Yeah, I flushed it. It was.
You gotta flush it.
It's so incredible. Is with my bookie
It's just money.
on Monday, it goes right back to $1,000 of
Literally.
credit. So after Sunday, it goes right back to $1,000 just for anyone. You could literally be someone who bets $10, and he just gives you that much because that's the
He
most you can
credits
bet.
on your account.
No, yeah. So the way my bookie works,
You can use it through the week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
to $1,000.
So after Sunday,
And you signed up to people I know that you
I know.
signed up with $1,000 in credit.
well, listen, I'm not. They're grown men. They're grown men.
Yeah, give a grown man oh God,
I can't be speaking because I'm just as bad. So
right?
I fucking anyways, it goes back to $1,000 every Monday. So I'm like, oh, Sunday never happened. We're back, clean slate. It's done. Fucking the worst thing that could ever happen.
Oh my god.
That's don't take any credit from anybody.
Don't you have? Is that how yours works or no?
No.
You're just on the website.
Yeah, I don't. No. I don't want to get my legs broke.
Well,
Chasing the river. I would have put
really,
$600 last night
self-control. What I do is
on the fucking Bears.
yeah, I know, just to get your money back.
Yeah. All right, Bears money line 600. Tag that to the under. Both would have fucking lost. I would have
No,
been dead.
that's another thing is if you if the line's too big, you can't money line. There's certain things. No live betting.
Oh, they
Live betting
control
is
you.
where it gets dangerous
He
because then
controls.
you know you're gonna lose, so you start live betting to try to like
hedge it.
hedge your bets and win some money back. That's when it gets really dangerous. At least with this, you just bet the games, and if you're losing, you lost. Like like live betting, you're like, oh, well, I know I already lost $20. I've got to get it back somehow. Like that's. I won't do that.
Yeah, mix that with alcohol. Next thing you know, $160 to sit on your couch. It's like fuck.
Dude,
Live betting is the best.
I don't know how it went
I love
downhill.
Live betting, I bet on Oregon State against Oregon, the second half. I just
Ooh,
did
that
it
was a big
all
one.
money line.
That's what's been hurting me too. Is I've been taking halves recently, and I'm not a half guy. So but you get that one win and a half, and you think you just got away with murder. You're like, oh, I got it. Like it's so quick.
Yeah. It's
so
like you're
good.
sneaking in and sneaking out.
Like I got the half. It didn't mean anything, but I got it. Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the bets real quick. I'm gonna rattle through mine because honestly, I hate this week, and I'm rattled. I'm rattled. I may be a whole different person on Thursday.
Oh God.
I have to reevaluate my whole life. They score right here. Damn it.
Whose phone's on vibrate?
Mine. Fuck.
What's gonna happen?
Goddard's gonna score a touchdown.
Goddard Middle School? Goddard Titans touchdown up.
Or is that no? Hurts is hurt, right?
That's got to be one of the tight ends I pick up weekly.
Sorry, we're all laggy, so we're just still trying to figure this out.
We got Walmart Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's Goddard.
Nice.
So, anyways, I'm gonna go through these. I hate this week. I'm a rattled human. So I may change on Thursday, but you guys will see my picks up, of course, Sunday morning.
What the fuck?
All right, the first game, New Orleans versus Atlanta. This is a trap game. I'm going to go over 46.
Okay.
I'm going to go over 46
Solve the puzzle.
because I think it's going to go under. No. You would plan on New Orleans to come out and run a lot, but Atlanta kind of cancels that out with passing. So we're going over 46 on that one. Do you have all the live lines in front of you, Joe? Because I know these are changing like a wildfire with all the movements.
So it's -3 Saints. That's what I have.
Okay.
What do you have?
I have 3.5 here.
Yeah.
But either way,
Fuck it. We'll give it out on Sunday morning.
So quick ones that I think are easy. Tennessee Titans -5.5. I'm gonna take the Browns +5.5.
Who are the Titans playing?
Browns.
Titans are playing the Browns -5.5. Wow. That's a setup. I love the Titans.
Okay.
Browns killed me last week.
So do it.
No,
because that game is going to be a run. Also, that game's probably really high on the over. Yeah, 54 under. That's going to be a run fest. The quarterbacks, you can't pass the ball a ton when you have those two running backs. So I think there's going to be a lot of running in that game because I don't want Baker Mayfield passing it not 15 times. Like I want it to be he's 8 for 10 at the end of the game, and Nick Chubb has 200 yards.
I think that I need to just not touch that game because it just looks like a big juicy steak, and I'm a fucking dog gonna get caught by a dog catcher right now.
Baker's going 11 for 23 with 2 innies.
Yeah, they're gonna be throwing 33, 11 for 33, trying to catch up, down by 28 at half.
11 for 33
with 2 picks,
and he has like 14 overthrown touchdowns.
Yeah, he's just having and Derrick Henry has 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, hey, but Baker's got 3 commercials before halftime, so who really wins there?
Yeah, and then I bet it, and Nick Chubb runs for 204 touchdowns, and it's the opposite. So, I'm not ready.
Only thing staying consistent there, Baker and his commercials.
Dude, that's pretty clutch. I hope they drop a new one every Sunday.
They have been dropping them like crazy. I was like, that must have been his whole fucking summer. That's why he's fat. So, all right, Rams at Cardinals. I'm gonna take the Rams minus. No.
Do the other way.
I may do that, but in the future, I'm gonna do the over 48.5.
Oh yeah, I like that.
So I'm gonna do that, and then we don't have the lines for the Seahawks with the Packs. Yeah. Patriots. Do you even want to touch that? They don't have a line out for that.
Seahawks versus who?
The Seahawks are gonna play the Giants, but they don't have a line yet because this is over. Well, I'm sure you can find one, but
-7.5.
I don't even want to talk about that one yet.
Fine,
because I still got to get through this one.
He's sweating it out, boys.
Patriots Chargers. What do you have?
Patriots Chargers. Where's the pick 'em? Chargers let down every week. Cam Newton sucks. Herbert on a bounce back.
And they still have something to play for. That's what I'm trying to.
What, draft picks?
Patriots.
Oh.
Patriots still have something to play for. So I like Patriots in that one. Chiefs Broncos. Oh my God. Are they going to have quarterbacks? They should, right? By then?
-14.
But do they have a quarterback? That could get ugly so quick that after
That'll
14 points, they take out Patrick Mahomes because they don't want to
Dude, if Denver
problems.
is going to start that kid again, this line might go to 26 points.
So do we jump on it because we don't know? Because I think actually 14's fine even if they start Drew Lock.
I'm not betting against Drew Lock. He gets me every time.
Oh, God. I don't know when you bet against him because you could bet against him
Yeah.
every time this year. You fucking figure it out.
I bet with him, bet against him. I'm always opposite with him. We're never on the same side of the bed.
I know. I have a couple people like that. Derek Carr being one of them.
Oh, Monday night we get two
Panthers
games.
like to do that.
Ooh, double header.
What about I think it's the Ravens Steelers this week. They're playing at 3:30 Eastern time.
On a Tuesday?
Wednesday.
What?
Noon.
Wait, the Ravens play next week on Tuesday.
Yeah, so they're playing Wednesday this week, so they had to move their game back.
What the fuck is going on?
They got their game moved from tomorrow to Wednesday. So
Why?
they had to move because they couldn't practice today because they fucking still had COVID. I don't know why they think one day it's going to be all gone. I don't know.
They want to practice?
They
What fucking...
They want to have like a walkthrough or something before. I don't know.
Who's ever wanted to fucking practice?
I'm sure the players don't have a say.
Oh, so like the coaches and shit want to practice.
Yeah, like just the league wants them to have one game or one practice. So they're going to play Wednesday at, I think it's 12:30 our time.
Yeah, let's make sure they get a practice in, but the Broncos got to play with Scrub that was bagging groceries.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to work when there's a game that comes on at 12:30 on a Wednesday. Now they're just fucking with the people that work.
Oh, no, I'm not working.
12:30.
No.
I'm taking a vacation.
No, I'm doing the whole, like, this thing on the lap. Like, when you got the game like this, and then you just, like, pretend to... You pull up something real important on the computer. Pull up, like, your most important document, and just head
Slide
down.
it under.
And then if somebody comes in your little cube, yeah, no, I'm just working on this big thing right here. You know,
I've done that with the Masters. I've done that.
beautiful. It's
a lot.
beautiful.
I've
Works
never
every
had to
time.
do it for football, but here we go. Actually, I take that back. When I served, I used to have to do that.
Oh,
but-
I would just stand in front of the TV.
So what a disaster. We have fucking Wednesday football. Thursday, I don't even know if there's a game. I would believe there's... Nope. No Thursday football this week.
So we get Wednesday
Wow.
football, though.
That's
Okay.
not the same, though. Thursday, you can, like, have a beer or 5 beers.
Yeah. Wednesday
You
have
can't
any
do
beer.
that.
Yeah. No, I can, though, because I'm going to Cancun. So I'll
Well,
be
you're not going
having-
to watch it regardless.
Yeah, I will. I'll watch it at work.
You're not allowed. All right, so yeah, nothing crazy coming up in this week. All these lines can still adjust a lot. I'm sure by Sunday I'll have 15 games I love.
Okay, lock. You want to hear a lock?
Yeah.
Jaguars plus 9.5 versus Minnesota.
Plus 9.5. I do love that.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that. So they
That's
should
so
lose.
disrespectful.
They should lose by 48.
That's I know.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
I'll be cheering for the fucking shitty Jaguars.
That's
That's what's gonna happen.
it's a trip up game is what they do. You know they came out with the Raiders last week against the Falcons -3. What did everyone say? Oh my God, the
No
Raiders!
way.
That was a lock of the century. Everyone. I asked one of my buddies for dads the night before what his lock of the week was.
Don't say
He
Raiders.
said Raiders,
Oh.
and I had them in 3 of my parlays before the hand that he said that. But it made me feel better. Made me feel better. Now I'm looking back. I'm like, see, that's why, dude.
Everybody had
Everyone
it.
loved them. That's why I bet in the Seahawks tonight -6 was scary because everyone was so like Seahawks -7. Duh, Seahawks -7. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I have to bet on the Eagles.
That's what happened to me on Sunday. I had 4 people text me all my plays. I said,
We're
"Oh,
destined.
I'm done. I'm with the fish. We're going into the boat. Here's the net.
The
They're pulling us
The
off."
Chargers Bills game was the biggest one.
Yeah, I was like fucking Finding Nemo. Swim, just keep swimming.
But think about how fucking much it makes sense if Vegas is like, well, everyone bet the over. We know we can affect the over. Just start throwing penalties every play.
Yeah, they turned the ball over at the end of that game. What was it? In the third quarter, there was 9 minutes left, and all they needed was 2 touchdowns.
Also,
2 touchdowns.
Also, a big thing is weather. Sometimes I'll jump on it on like a Monday
Oh,
or
yeah.
Tuesday. I'm like, oh, I love this over, and I'll bet it. And then Sunday rolls around and it's fucking thunderstorms. So with the Charger game, it was super windy in Buffalo. That affected too because they couldn't throw the ball. The rookie, he's a great quarterback, bro. Probably the rookie of the year, and he looked like dog shit.
The turnovers just fucking killed me.
Yeah, but all right, we're gonna wrap up NFL. Do you want to talk about Mike Tyson at all? You loved it. You thought it was
I
you
thought
liked it.
I thought it was more entertaining than the last 5 UFC fights I've watched, where the guys just fucking hold each other and do the toe stomp, and then they get on the ground and they're fighting on the gate, and the people that know UFC are like, he's gonna get him, and they're all excited, and I'm like, it looks like they're laying on each other.
And to see, like, it was like an
Not for
event.
me.
They had people singing, seeing Snoop Dogg baked,
Yeah.
like commentate on anything. Sign me up. He could be commentating on the fucking spelling bee if he's ripped, which at all times, you know. And they had like no shame in their game. He was just ripping a J while he was singing, like open, sponsored by Weed Maps. I was like, this is a fucking shit show right now.
But I mean, I wasn't expecting like 2 guys to come out, young dudes, and like be fast in a real fight. I was expecting what I saw. Like,
yeah.
You know, 2 guys that were older that wanted to fucking get down.
I was
That
just
shit was
asking.
sick.
I was just asking fucking Joe off air too. Like, if I thought it was kind of messed up. Like they were like, you know, really promoting the fact that you can bet on all this. You can bet on this. You can bet on that.
Yeah.
And I didn't bet on any of them. I kind of just want to sit and relax. And my heart was so broken. That was another one. Washington over on Saturday. I was so broken because that had just ended. I didn't want to bet on any of them. But it was so weird. They were like promoting it the whole time, and then at the end they called draw when it clearly wasn't a draw. Like Tyson won. That could have fucked with a lot of people's money. And we were saying some websites you probably can bet draw, which means that you lose. Everyone lost except for those that bet the draw.
Yeah, it's like the people that bet like a tie in a football game.
There's no pushes. Yeah, there's like it's not like in football where if you hit the exact line, you get a
minus
push.
a half plus whatever.
Yeah. If you didn't bet that it was going to be a draw, then you lost money. That's insane, dude. They fucked with a lot of people's money, and they knew they were going to do that the whole time.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because both guys' legacies, they don't want to get another loss, and then they want to have a number 2.
But
like they want him to
Tyson
fight
lives in
again.
Vegas. How much did his fucking next door neighbor bet on a draw? Probably $1 million.
More than me because I wish I would have known.
He knew. Yeah, he knew. That was crazy. Did you watch any of it? Did you see Jake Paul?
Yeah, dude, that was
pretty sick.
the thing that's crazy about that is
I was
like
kind of worried.
I got a really
I still feel worried.
it's just like a wasn't it strange? It's like a futuristic. Like, have you ever seen that show Futurama before? It's like
Yeah.
felt like you're sitting there, like you're watching Snoop Dogg commentate a celebrity fighting a former
It was a perfect COVID
basketball player,
event.
and then don't forget you got fucking Mike Tyson finishing off the night.
Yeah.
And then they're saying the first fight of the night with the 2 lightweight guys.
I didn't see it.
They were like, "That's the fight of the year." The
What?
fight of the year.
Did they get
No.
down?
I mean,
They did. There was a big white guy, and
it's just 2 guys that are like
All blasted with pads.
125 pounds, just beating on each other, but no one hits hard enough so they don't knock each other out. But they're connected on like 118 punches throughout the whole, the whole round, the match.
Fuck that.
But speaking of fucking Jake Paul, it's kind of a moment just to say, by the way, we're going to be doing an interview next week, so stay tuned with Scooby, Kurt Scooby. He played running back at Charter Oak,
Yeah.
so local boy.
Kurt Scobie's going to be doing an interview with us next week. He's a Gold Glove, like champion boxer, been boxing his whole life. But he actually sparred with Jake Paul
To get him ready
before
for the
this
fight,
happened.
right?
And he's writing on Twitter and claiming that he fucked
beat his
him up.
ass. Yeah, it's on Twitter. I did see
Oh,
that.
yeah. So we're going to have him next week. We're going to interview him.
And
And
we'll kind of throw the hard questions too. See
we'll
if he's,
see. I believe him because I've seen him fight, and he's a cold-blooded killer right there. That's the champ.
I haven't even
Scooby
seen
will be
him.
the champ.
I haven't even seen him, but I believe him. The fact that he's actually a boxer compared to those guys who actually aren't, I think, like if he weighs around the same amount of that as that.
Oh,
guy
he's
is.
way smaller than Jake Paul. Jake Paul looks pretty
There's
big.
so many people though that it's crazy seeing. So yeah, stay tuned for that next week. But it's so crazy to see how many people are now trying to call out Jake Paul because they see how much money this guy can bring in. I mean, Gervonta Davis, who's a real boxer, called him out. There's a couple famous people that aren't boxers that are calling him out. But I'm like, dude, stay with the gimmick fights, right? Because Jake Paul's like
It's
legit
selling.
trying to become a boxer. But I'm like, you could just whoop on all these people's asses that don't box. I mean, look at what happened to
He's-
this fucking guy.
But he's pretty fucking good. Have you seen the videos of him like fighting other people?
Wouldn't you want to beat the shit out of amateurs' ass with the same, probably more money?
It looks
than
like
actually
he's
don't-
fighting real boxers though. Like when he's training and shit.
Someone, Dave Portnoy said he wanted to see Jake Paul fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I bet you that'll happen.
Probably.
They're saying it's like a
but
99% chance. Someone called someone out, one of the sides, and so it's already starting. But like, it's something where you can't turn it down because that'll make just as much money as the Mayweather fight.
He has a shot because
he's so much bigger,
dude. Yeah, and just looking at him after the fight and him talking, he's serious.
I think that
It's
Conor
not a
McGregor will punch him 3 times before he even cocked.
But he's not big enough, I think, and he's old. Like that might be the problem.
It doesn't. But Conor McGregor's been fighting his whole life. Number one, number two, like you see how quick he throws his straight left, and all I can think about is when he fought that little guy and he knocked him out in 6 seconds.
Jose Aldo?
Yeah, Aldo. And Aldo, like, that's a professional fighter. And Aldo just went in for a second and caught 2 and went night-night. Like that, I think Jake Paul would get punched 15 times before he even knew that he was in the ring.
You should watch some of the videos. He's not as amateur as you think. Like, he's a lot better than the amateurs.
I think he's a good fighter, no doubt. But, like, Conor McGregor is a champion.
No, yeah, but he's
right. No, I know.
Older.
He is a professional with a professional card. I think that was actually his first professional fight, which is kind of crazy because he had his first professional fight against someone who probably got their pro card like 10 minutes before the fight. So that's kind of
bullshit. How much does he
bullshit.
weigh? Like 210?
I think it was like 180 he fought at, but he probably is a 210 guy. Yeah.
He's only 180.
Well, you lose a lot of weight before your fight.
No, yeah, I'm trying to think. Conor McGregor usually fights at like 160s, 172.
Yeah, 165, I think.
15 pounds is a shitload of weight.
6'1", 205, huh?
6'1", 205, 35 pounds, 25 pounds.
McGregor wouldn't even flinch at doing that. He'd be like, sure, I'll do it. As long as the money's there, he would be fine. I don't think he'll even flinch as far as doing it right now, but once it gains hype and traction, he won't be scared. He won't be scared of it at all. That's a joke to him, dude.
I think I think he is serious. I think he's going to fight real boxers.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, he is. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah. His what?
Under. Yeah, those are always a couple years behind.
11.5 million what?
And his net worth.
Oh,
he's probably worth 50.
I'm
he
surprised.
probably made 10 million off that fight.
Well, he's got just like him and his brother have their crazy.
Well, what was it that
Subscribers on YouTube.
Nate Robinson made 600,000 off the fight, so think what he made.
Yeah.
YouTube kind of rips people off? If you guys there's certain limitations and stuff. Like the Nelk boys get a ton. I don't know if you guys know them, but they have a ton of following. They get a huge viewing, but they don't get paid a lot from YouTube because they're explicit videos. So, like, it's weird. They'll get, like, a 60-cent check from YouTube. And they're like, we just had 200 million views. But they sell merch, and so that's all that matters.
That's why ours isn't explicit. Or what's it called? That's why ours isn't explicit. YouTube's going to pay us big.
All right, let's finish this up. Big fight. We got that interview coming next week. We also have the Freezer Tarps interview coming, again, part 2, next week or the week after. So with that, NFL is wrapped up. Stay tuned for all our bets in the future, and you'll see them on our Instagram. Boom.
All right, bros. Welcome back to the Average Bros Take. We are here for our college football topics of the week. Not a very exciting week in college football. A lot of the big teams didn't play, and if they did, they won by 1,000 points. There was no change in the top 4 of the college football playoffs. So I kind of just wanted to get into some hypotheticals with you guys. Specifically for the Big Ten, if Ohio State doesn't play this week, they cannot play in the conference championship. And if they don't play this week, they're probably not going to play next week against Michigan. So does a 4-0 Ohio State go into the playoff?
If we're picking the best 4 teams.
So what would the other way to pick be?
We go with the conference champions.
No, I'm saying, you think they pick them at 4-0?
If you're picking the 4 best teams, yeah, you're picking Ohio State.
If their last game is Indiana.
I mean, you can't judge them on what they haven't done because they haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say because you didn't play X amount of games. If you're going to pick 4 best teams, but if you're going to be like, oh, it matters if you're a conference champion or whatever, then obviously they can't go in. So, I think no doubt they haven't proved to anyone that they're not a top 4 team. You can't, like, say that you have a 15 that you're saying, I know they're better than Ohio State.
I don't think they're better, but the argument is there for Cincinnati.
Let's be realistic though. There's There's no way they put him in at 4-0.
No, there's
No,
not.
yeah, there's
It's
no
just it's a shitty spot. I think what they have to do if
Well,
Michigan
they're gonna
State,
play though. They're gonna play.
if Michigan State doesn't play this week, they need to call Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a bye, and they need to play this week.
Maybe it's already in the works.
And
That
then
would
you-
be sick.
You got to done, and then you just
And
beat
that
them,
would
and
be
you're in.
that would be an ex Ohio State coach.
It is.
Luke Fickle is the head coach of Cincinnati. He was the defense coordinator at Ohio State for like 15 years.
That's
No,
why they're
probably not that
fucking
long.
good at defense.
Yeah,
Shit.
10 years probably. And yeah, he went from defense coordinator to. So that would be a fucking badass matchup, dude. That's why
That's a game.
Cincinnati's the real deal, is because they got a coach that knows how to create real deal players.
Right.
Like he created a culture, I guess I should say, a program that is successful. Dude, Cincinnati's going to be good forever because they can beat up on their conference for a long time.
I feel like that guy probably won't stay though, right? He probably wants to go be the coach at Ohio State or be the coach in the Big Ten.
Or be a legend at Cincinnati. I mean, he could be like that. He's really young. He's probably mid-40s. So he could do like a 10-year stint at Cincinnati, help him get to a playoff, do something crazy like that, and then go on to bigger and better things. But he's been there and been successful for 3 or 4 years, and still he could have gone somewhere else. Like, there's no doubt he's been in consideration for other jobs, and he hasn't. So
Maybe he'll end up at Texas.
that would be good for you guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
need a fucking coach. So yeah, my topic on the Big Ten is if Ohio State doesn't play these 2 games and they're not in the conference championship, it doesn't like who cares who wins this conference because it's Ohio State. It's Ohio State's division. So I think Ohio State needs to either schedule Cincinnati or BYU and just fucking beat the brakes off them.
Yeah. But I don't know why the game would get canceled unless it was on Ohio State's part, right? Like Michigan State doesn't have anything, correct? Right now?
They're saying that they're probably not going to play this week.
Why?
Michigan State.
Just because they think like Ohio
They
State
have COVID. No, I don't know. It's like they think they have COVID now.
Oh.
Like I don't know how it's working. I don't know who's giving who COVID, who has
people was
cooties.
talking about that before. Like that this wasn't going to happen before this week. They were just saying like hypothetically, oh, if Ohio State doesn't play again. So to hear that it's actually happening seems weird.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So next conference we got here, another boring one. Pac-12. The only undefeated team left is Colorado and USC, I believe.
Washington or no?
Washington. Do they have 1 loss? Maybe they're undefeated.
I don't know.
They have to play Oregon, so that's good. Let's see here. Oh,
Oregon
No
lost
one's
to
gonna
Oregon
make
State.
it. No one's gonna make it in that conference. It's
so if anybody, so you're saying that anybody wins out, no shot.
no shot. The conference is way too weak to even consider.
Washington is 3-0 as well. So potentially you got a 3-0 or 5-0 Washington playing.
Look at the
5-0
ranking right
USC.
now. I think that's the biggest telltale sign is
18.
USC's 18. They're the top ranked team, and what the rankings come out tomorrow. So Washington
Yeah.
will be ranked. Maybe SC will be like 15.
They're going to jump Texas. They're going to jump Wisconsin. They'll jump Oregon. Yeah, so they'll be behind BYU. Yeah, I mean, fuck. They have
no chance.
They have no chance.
And that would be disrespectful to BYU. Yeah, like you said, they would have to jump BYU, so that would be super disrespectful.
maybe BYU needs to schedule USC.
That would be way more sick.
BYU's been throwing around their schedule a lot lately. They're like, dude, someone good play us because they need someone good to play them. They know it.
Yeah, and I think SC fans would be about it too because they're like, shit, we get through this, we get a fucking championship spot. We're in for that.
Well, they lost to BYU last year, so
Yeah.
I bet they don't even want to play them.
I mean, if it's winner, like you win this game, you get in.
Probably wouldn't. Honestly, BYU, USC, the winner probably still won't get in
Yeah, you're probably right.
because no matter what happens, God, you know Clemson in the ACC is going to win it, and Notre Dame's going to have 1 loss and get in.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be horrible because then we have to watch Notre Dame play Alabama 55-0.
There could be nothing more.
I'm knowing maybe it's not really a hot take, but this will be the last year of this format for college football. COVID's fucked them. They need to do something that gives them more viewership in the event that this happens again next year. Like the expanded playoffs next year, at least double.
Well, I think the thought of this even happening next year will have bigger problems in our society happen.
Yeah, 2 years in a row, nobody's going to have a job. But I think there's some weird contracts involved because they should be able to do what baseball, the NFL, and the NBA did. Like, just change their whole system, and dude, college football should add 8 teams right now.
Yeah,
Like, we're just doing the top 8.
it has
Especially they have so many other. Sorry to cut you
No,
off. They have so many so many more teams. It's like it only makes
Yeah.
sense to have 8. Shit, make it 16.
Well, the thing that
I
doesn't
would
make any
love that.
sense is like you're a fucking school, and the NCAA is just known for ripping people off of money.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna go
Yeah.
and you're just gonna add a cash, double the amount of games, and in his case, triple. And like, do you have any idea the amount of money that'll bring in?
Well, this year they're
this
doing
year
a third of the games. Ohio State is losing a shitload of money.
Sure.
No matter
They
what.
have 100,000
I'm talking
people at
about,
their
like,
games every week.
You know,
They're
like,
losing shit
let's say
ton.
COVID's in the clear next year, or it is or isn't. They need something to drive in more revenue.
The problem I think they run into is when you start doing
You start
16
making them play
games.
more, yeah.
Yeah,
and
then the player, well, we're hurting. We need some money. Then
no doubt. You would just cut. In
Yeah.
my opinion, you'd
Yeah.
cut down the 2 non-conference games, so you just have less games. You would have 10.
like this year.
Add 2 more
Yeah.
players, but then you don't have to worry about like I need to have good teams on my conference or my
My
non
schedule.
because
yeah.
you're gonna get in anyways and have to prove yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm down with that,
I
and that
don't-
would be way better.
I mean, college basketball has it figured out with March Madness, and I don't know why I don't know why every college sport doesn't
Dude.
do it like that.
64 fucking.
no.
Bracket.
I know what he's saying. He's not saying that many. Or I hope you're not because that's not quite
No,
possible.
well, it's not possible for
It would be
for football because then it would just be
Maybe
dumb.
like a 6-week playoff. Yeah,
But for
yeah.
baseball, a one game, like you could do that easily.
Yeah, no, you could do baseballs easily. You could easily do 16 teams. I mean, isn't that what they did in high school for us?
Well,
For like the playoffs?
yeah, something like that.
16 teams, and they had 32 divisions.
16 is perfect because you play 4 games, right? You take it down to 8, take it down to 4, you take it down to 2, and then you win.
Math.
So you'd play 8 games or 4 games. You play
8,
12
17.
games, 14 games. No, you'd play 10
21.
in the regular season. Would you still have a conference final?
Nah, yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you have to have a conference champ because they have the East and West.
So then you
bullshit.
would play 11 games, and then that 4 games would.
15 games. They did it last year. Clemson went 15-0, right? Or no, LSU.
14,
LSU?
right? Oh no, 15. It was 15.
Yeah.
It was because they have the conference to make it 13, and then they won 2 games. So yeah, 15.
Yeah. So
Perfect. Bingo.
we're putting in our thing to the NCAA. We want an expansion.
Our bid. No, we're just
Yeah.
putting it out into the universe, so it becomes real sometime.
You know what? I never thought there'd be a playoff, so we got that. We at least got
I
that.
just feel like they move in slow mo. That's their problem. They're
Yeah,
like
100 years.
tradition. It's like they just started doing conference championships not too long ago.
And then I won't even talk about the Big 12. Nobody in that conference has a chance. The SEC.
Wait, I want to talk about the Big 12.
What do you want to fucking talk about the Big 12?
You were so high on Texas all fucking week. You got me into it. I was
Oh
like,
my
here we
God.
go. And you didn't even get me onto the Texas side. I just was like, there will be a lot of points in this game.
I told you under.
They suck.
I
did say-
literally said
So the weather's
this
bad.
is gonna
No, but the
be-
weather wasn't bad.
It was cold.
That's
and
why he
foggy.
said no.
Dog fight.
No,
Dog
there was
fight.
no reason for it to be bad. You want to know why
It's
it was
Big
bad?
12
Because they tried.
football.
It's like this game right here.
No.
There's no reason for this to be bad.
It's Big 12 football.
Big 12 football's known for having 700 points every week.
Not Texas. Look at our schedule. Every game we win
Yeah,
or
because
lose.
they can't score points.
Yes, we win or lose by fucking 1 score. Every game for the last 3
Okay,
years.
because they can't score points. I get it.
Yeah. Well, we win a lot of games too. Okay, we just came up on the wrong end of the stick. Ran
You
out of
almost
time.
lose as many games as you win right now. So
Oh, 4-0
suck.
Ohio State. So good. Barely beats Indiana.
That could every year.
Indiana would be freaking 0-10
You
in the
can
Big
talk
12.
shit on the
0-10
Browns,
in the Big 12.
but you can't talk shit on the Ohio State. You can't. They're one of the top 4 teams in the fucking
yeah,
world.
I mean, you steal
every
everybody's
year.
players. My team would be good too.
Well, you
Just-
should
hey,
tell
you
your
guys
team
got
to
a-
start stealing
got a
players.
good quarterback over there? All right, come on. He's ready. You groomed him up. Bring him over.
You know why they steal all of them? Because is that Carlos Hyde or Carson? Sorry. Someone tell me.
The players look like
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Carson.
man.
Let's go. That's 9. All right. Yeah, no,
You
they-
steal players.
Because people want to play for Ohio State. Not
No,
only are they
no.
unbelievable every year, their jerseys are sick as fuck. They have the best culture.
Your
They pack their
recruiters
stadium.
are on tape saying that don't go to Texas because Tom Herman's. They're hiring Urban Meyer. They're literally telling you signed 2 recruits from Texas. Quinn Ewers.
Wait, they're
Ewers?
hiring Urban Meyer, and the guy said we don't want to go there. That
No.
doesn't make sense.
No, they're saying it's going to be a transition. Texas is going to suck.
Oh, so you just try to put that out
No,
into the
no,
universe.
you guys are doing it.
No, but you
No,
just
you
tried to
guys-
say it was Urban Meyer for sure.
That we're hiring?
Yeah.
I want to. I'm falling for the Ohio
Ohio
State coach rumors too. They're calling me and telling me.
I just
they're
wouldn't
trying
be
to get
like,
me to switch my fan base. They're like, listen, it's going to be a long rebuild. I'm like, fuck it.
I wouldn't tell anyone,
Hey, go.
listen, don't go to that school because they're getting Urban Meyer. That seems absurd.
No, they're saying they're going through coaching changes. They're going to bring in an older coach, Urban Meyer. He was here. It's going to take him a few years to build. Look what he did here. Took him about 4 years. By the time you get there, it'll be over. You're going to ruin. We're rolling. We're rolling. That's what they're doing. Literally, they signed a 5-star wide receiver
Fine.
from Austin, Texas.
Find a way to win.
Yeah, fucking cheaters.
Find a way to win. It's not hard.
To cheat?
Wait. Oh, they just fumbled. I'm sorry. No, it's not hard to find a way to win. Yeah, to cheat. Go ahead and cheat. If that's
Yeah, and
is
then
that
you
in the
gotta-
rule book?
Yeah, and then you got a DN factory over there. You just pulling them out of fucking machine. You turn them on like a light.
When you find the top DN, you get them.
Yeah, every year they got both Bosa's, Chase Young. It's bullshit.
Just down.
Yeah, I'm calling the police. All right, next topic. Opting out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so opting out for a shitload of teams now that they're not going to be in a conference championship or a bowl game. A lot of players are opting out. And does this change college football? This new opting out, I'm not going to get hurt thing.
While COVID is going on, it is acceptable and does change things because people are going to do it. But if COVID isn't a thing next year or year after, it'll be back to playing because you're an amateur. I get it. You want to get paid a lot of money, but it shows something about your competitive nature when you say, I can just walk away.
But it's a job interview, I think.
Right.
And it's like you're walking out of the interview early. Like you're 75% done with the interview and you're going,
Exactly.
call me at the job. I'm out. And they're like, what? We liked you, but where are you going?
I agree.
So what are the chances that they're low key could be getting egged on by like maybe their agent who's being egged on by the NFL?
That's why I think
1,000%.
I
no,
think- You don't
there's
think
no
there's no
NFL.
No.
The guys that are opting out are like, oh, okay, Trevor Lawrence opts out. Yes, dude, you're the number one pick.
Okay, yeah.
But like the backup safeties or the starting safety at Texas, who's played horrible all year, is opting out for the NFL draft. He might not get drafted.
I get what he's saying too, like as far as walking out in the middle of the interview because you have still more to prove. But also what I'm saying is on the psychological side, it's like so bad as far as like, okay, you'll just give up on your team because there's a guy that's average at South Carolina and he's like, oh no, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to give up on my team. Like I don't
Fuck yeah.
know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I hope that guy gets drafted. Like he wants to grind because you're going to have years in the NFL when you're 3-8. And guess what? You can just opt out of that season. Oh, my hamstring hurts.
And guys are doing it now.
Yeah.
Guys are like, oh, you know what? I'm pulling up early.
That's a preview of, do you want that guy on your team in the future?
No, thank you. I hate it. I hate everything about opting out. But I do think it's good for players that go to smaller schools that now they can say, you know, hey, instead of, you know, if you go to this big school, there's going to be all
I
this
can leave
bullshit.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can just come here, play these 5 games, show your shit, and then, you know, you can just sit out. Like, dude, you don't even have to play the whole season. Just come here, throw over 3,000 yards in 5 games, and you're going to get drafted. Like Cardell Jones played 3 games.
The
For
three
Ohio
biggest-
State.
Three biggest games you can
Huge.
play.
Yeah, it's a huge showcase, but still, like, if I'm a coach and I'm at Coastal Carolina, you could pitch that. Come here, throw for
I think that was
5,000.
huge, like the balls aspect of Cardell Jones. Like the guy fucking, I want that guy on my team if he can just come out being a backup his entire life, come out and throw for 300 yards in the 3 biggest games against the 3 best teams. So that was,
It's a showcase.
Yeah,
It's a showcase, though.
it is. What can you prove?
I think that's going to be a new selling point for coaches. Like, hey, you know what? You just come here, play 1 year, sell yourself, and then sit out for 2 years. Go get drafted. Sit out for 1 year. Let it ride.
I don't like to say now. I think that's where your name gets lost.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first guy that did it was Leonard Fournette. He sat out of a bowl game. He said he had a hurt ankle. And look at him now. He's hurt every year.
Yeah.
New team.
All right. Well, we got to wrap it up. I think we got
All right.
some time on us. Do you have anything else? Last thoughts?
Last thoughts. I mean, Bama is just unreal. Just give him the trophy. Honestly, there's nothing to play for.
Them in Florida will be fun.
I thought that too. I like Kyle Pitts, but Did you see him against Auburn?
Yeah,
It's
man, that was
machines.
the last fucking.
That was the last loss.
That was it, dude.
Plus 24.5.
That was fucking heartbreaking. Oh my
Bo
god, we
Nix
didn't even
was-
talk about that. That's another one.
Bo Nix was getting beat up.
The sad part is I think that was the game where they were actually still trying to score with
Yeah.
like 6 seconds left, and he got tackled on the 1 yard line, bro. I love Dan Mullins though because
He was fighting.
he saw the spread. He was like, I need to get it to 24. They could have took the knee. There was no more timeouts, and they ran last play, and he got stopped at the 1 yard line. That was brutal.
It was disgusting to watch that game. I'm not betting against Bama again. So, but with that, that's our college football. We're going to give you our picks on Saturday morning. And with that, boom. Thanks for giving us a listen, bros. Smash that like button. Subscribe to never miss a podcast of the Average Bros. And with that, good night and good gambling.